Hey guys, it's your boy Vlhadus here, and today, the fact that we almost have 255 million people attempting to play Ashes of Creation just kind of says how wild this weekend has been. No, I actually meme. They're actually doing a DDoS attack. I'm recording right now, Sunday. No one can get in the servers. It's completely borked. So I figured might as well actually give you my first impressions of this weekend of Ashes of Creation. Now, for anybody who's been watching me, you know you haven't been watching me because my computer utterly can't handle it. But it's been a very bittersweet weekend, but I just want to give a shout out to my followers and the people that do watch my Twitch channel. It was because of you that I was able to get a new computer shipped to me this coming Thursday, and I'll be able to stream Ashes of Creation for you guys next weekend. And I'll actually be going live tomorrow all day. We have a lot of content to go through, but I wanted to give you my first impressions of how I felt this weekend because I didn't have I have very minimal expectations, and I was so blown away by this weekend. Playing Ashes of Creation with my fellow content creators, experiencing this world, seeing them play on Friday, even Saturday, servers were acting way better than I ever expected. There was a patch on Saturday that kind of made the servers a little bit borked, but for the most part, people have actually been able to play this weekend. And just seeing the look on my fellow content creators' faces, seeing chat, seeing Discord, it has been so alive. We waited so long to get to this point, and I am so glad this weekend wasn't the utter shit show it probably could have been. And I really hope Intrepid got all the data they needed for this weekend, because I think they experienced a lot of different stuff. But for the most part, I had the most fun I've had. I can't even remember the last time I've had this much fun in an MMORPG that wasn't World of Warcraft. And the last time I had fun in World of Warcraft was almost 10 years ago. This weekend to me was filled with so much hype and so much excitement and so much laughter and fun that I literally felt like I was like a 16-year-old high school kid wanting to run home to go play Halo. That's how exciting this experience has been for me. And the sentiments from my other fellow content creators have been pretty much the same thing. We've all been waking up super early in the morning. We've been so excited to get back in the world. That excitement is so addicting, and I forgot how addicting that excitement was, because for the longest time, we've been in this huge drought, this huge, very perplexing, very demeaning, and just so, oh god, like it's $90 mounts and pay to win and pay to convenience and multi-dollar companies doing the stupidest shit you could ever think of. And this weekend we had Intrepid just update after update after update, keeping us completely updated the whole time, being on the ball with everything they've been trying to do. And the communication has been utterly stellar, just like how I told you they were going to be. I've been very impressed, to say the least. Very, very impressed. And I had probably the most minimal standards. I really thought this weekend was going to be a shit show because it's the first weekend. They had a lot of stuff to basically go through, and I thought they dealt with it like champs. I really did. If it wasn't for this DDoS attack right now, I think this would have been a very first successful Alpha 2 weekend. But to be honest with you, even with this DDoS attack happening right now, I think it's still a very successful weekend because of the data they've been able to get. And for all my key holders for November 8th, we still got next weekend to test too, guys. And believe me, I think when y'all come in on y'all's wave, which will be on the 8th of November, you guys are going to come in on such, hopefully, a really, really smoothed out, really good build. And I could not wait for it. Like I said, guys, this weekend just blew my mind. It made me feel so much like a kid. The graphics, the way the game looks in game, there's certain parts of it that are still very much rough, very, very, very rough. But there's also these moments when you look out into the veranda or out into the horizon and it just blows my mind. Like when you can see Carfin, or where you can see like the Citadel of the Steel Bloom, and there's just these certain points of interest on the map where you, no matter where you are, you can kind of see these things. It's so good. I've never felt this so immersed into a game before. Most of the games I play are super stylized, and that's probably why I can never really get immersed in them. But I've been very immersed this weekend. The gameplay. Let's talk about the gameplay. Combat to me still needs some work. Very much still needs some work, and they're not done with it. I've talked to the developers. They're still not done with it. But I would say combat is in a very, very good state. I think the tab target is probably in the best state possible for an alpha. I think it's, like I said, like a 6, maybe 7 out of 10. Action mode still needs some work in my opinion, but it can get there. I think it's maybe like 4 or 5 out of 10, at least for me. Maybe people that are using action combat more or are more familiar with it, maybe they'll have something different to say. But combat, I think, is really good. The button pushing is really good. I think the long CDs and the basic attack, they need to do something more with the basic attack. I just feel like the basic attack is too very one-dimensional. If you want to make it a little bit more intricate, then there needs to be something to it. But I have to keep playing it to see what it could offer. But I also feel mana has been also another thing that I very much haven't gotten used to yet. You know, I've been primarily playing the fighter, by the way, and the fighter design, oh my god, it is so good. The fighter has been one of the coolest melees to play. I have not had this much fun playing a melee in such a long time. Whirlwind, I have another video I'm going to do for feedback on the fighter, but right now Whirlwind has a very interesting bug that literally makes you almost infinitely whirlwind, and I've been able to replicate that several times. So interesting there, but like I said, I'm going to make a whole little feedback video on the fighter, but I just want to say the fighter has been a joy to play. Events have been giving a lot of experience. They've actually been working, which is really, really awesome. I really don't have any much more to say on the event system. I think the event system, you know, it's there to provide experience, it's there to provide that little squirrel moment, but we need more of them. They're too centralized around Lion's Hold. I was gonna say King's Landing. But for the most part, it's been really good. Server stability, first day was amazing. I know people have been talking about the queue. I faced the queue boss all of Friday. I faced it a little bit on Saturday after the patch. It's par for the course, guys. Like, I mean, we all know the queue won and you were there pretty much indefinitely. You bricked your character, you had to delete it, you had to uninstall, you had to repair. This is all the crap that we needed to figure out now. I'm so glad we got all that crap out of the way. Intrepid during this time was completely just goated and just on top of their shit, and have been on top of their shit, which again, I think that's been the nice part from at least me as a gamer, seeing the company actually listen, seeing the company actually be responsive to these issues that we're facing. It was just really nice. That's what any of us want. We just want you guys to listen, and you guys have been doing a tremendous job doing so. Questing, I'm sorry, if you're a World of Warcraft person, this game isn't a questing game. I've seen even some big content creators that are like turned off by the fact that there wasn't these quest chains that you go on to level, that you just go ahead, you basically had to go in the world and grind. This game is very sandboxy, especially right now. Will it be a little bit more theme parky later? Yes, there is going to be some golden path stuff that you're going to be able to do. There's going to be some actual storyline chapter quests that you can go ahead and do. But for right now, it's very much a sandparky, go and grind and level in that kind of way. There is content you can go ahead and do too, but it's very minimal, just like I've been mentioning and preaching in my streams. And by the way, if you haven't been watching me on Twitch, go give me a follow. I stream on Twitch quite a lot. I'm actually going to be streaming this coming week several times. I'm going to be streaming on Monday all day. So if you want to hit follow me there, please go do that so you can hear my thoughts and opinions. And we're going to be watching a lot of videos from content creators because there's just a shit ton of videos to basically go through. But yes, questing is minimal right now. So if questing is your bag, I would not play. You know, I would wait. And like I said, I've always been telling people you should probably wait till phase 2, better yet even phase 3 of Ashes, to get you the best first impression possible. Phase 1 is all about stability. We've said this, we've preached this, Steven's preached this. The focus, the whole goal of phase 1 is to get the servers to the best possible state before phase 2. And that's what every weekend is going to be striving to achieve. I think we've kind of already achieved that in my sense for this first weekend, golly, because when you were in certain parts of the world, man, I had no lag. Zero lag. I was able to do my full rotation. Mobs were working fantastically. Like, everything was really good. There were other parts of the world that weren't acting as so, but Intrepid, being the kind of company they are, spinned up the PTR, went in focus test just those bad areas, and they were able to determine the fix. Bro, this is what we're looking for. This is exactly what we want. I think that's pretty much it for this video. I think this weekend was such a success. I cannot wait to get my brand new computer. I have a lot to do with that thing when it comes in, but man, what a weekend. It's been so nice seeing my fellow content creators on Twitch and on YouTube just thrive, and seeing them in the hundreds. Just awesome. Thank you guys. I mean, I'm thanking you on behalf for them. Like, thank you guys for the support for them. It's been wild. It's been so cool to see. And it's just the beginning, guys. This is the first weekend of many weekends. This is the first week of many weeks that we're going to be playing Ashes of Creation. So if you're interested in this game, you know, go to my referral link on the bottom, download it, get a key, you know, get it for phase 2, maybe get it for phase 3. But now is the time. It is the time to get into this game. I'm going to go ahead and end it there. Hit the subscribe button if you're watching on YouTube, and I will see you guys on the next one. Later, guys.